Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Monday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium channel and an intuitive life coach. And today I have with me a group called The Ascended and their collective energy. And they want to share their consideration on the idea that we need to have a better sunny disposition. I know it sounds very strange, but that's what they said. We have to have a better disposition. A lot of people are questioning what's going on with the planet right now. Volcanic eruptions, large earthquakes. To understand, you have not fully gotten to the awareness that you have a living, dynamic relationship with everything that exists. Everything that exists, you are interconnected with. And the nature and quality of your relationship with yourselves is reflected in the relationship you experience with your environment, as they are inseparable parts of one and the same thing. Now, this was brought forth this morning when there was a report that was released about how the physical sun, the sun you see in the sky, how it affects our health. That there are actual energies that emanate from the sun that can stimulate heart attacks, vitality, disease, strokes. All kinds of actions can occur between us and the sun. And so when I was asking about that, they said you have to understand that the greatest influence upon this planet is the sun. That's what can affect us most predominantly. And then they said, however, you are an equal participant with the sun. That is, your dominant emotions, thoughts, and beliefs, and the actions that they give rise to are affecting and influencing what you're going to experience here. They said it's very important to be cautious personally. Like you need to be cautious and mindful of being in a state of respect and gratitude for the sun, for the earth, for everything. This is so important right now. Like really important you come to a place where you move into a place of respect and gratitude, not only towards your own body, but towards everything around you. We are inseparable from each other, except by definition of a physical parameters of a body. But science is not dealing with the immeasurable. Science only deals with the measurable. So you want to form a healthy, positive dynamic with the sun, with the earth, with the birds, with the trees, with your friends, with your family. Especially now, this thing that you call climate change is a product of the transformative effects of your interaction with all other things and other things responding to you. Understand the sun, the earth, the moon, the stars, and you are all part of a very intricate and wondrous dynamic system that each part affects the other. Each part affects the other. So your anger or your love affect creation, your experience of it. They said particularly the sun, though, is the thing that's beginning to become very reactionary to human collective unconsciousness. And this is one of the key drivers of this channel is one, to help restore humanity back to a dominant vibrational expression of love versus the dominant vibrational expression of fear, while also being able to keep ourselves in alignment with each other, to realize that we are affecting the sun, we are affecting the earth, not from our industry. Industry has very little significant impact except locally on the overall picture of the consciousness of the planet. However, our emotional nature collectively is what is really playing a significant role in what's unfolding on the planet today. It's our collective energy. Now there are in this dimension, there are people that are more creative than others, people that lead and people that follow. it's really important that you understand that these individuals, depending upon the nature and quality of their consciousness, can steer humanity in a very profound direction, and simultaneously, humanity can be steered into a very destructive direction, which it seems to be going, as the function of appearances would indicate that there's more negative going on than positive in your collective unconsciousness. Your conflicts socially, your your anger, your fear, your distrust in yourselves and each other's is causing a great deal of imbalance. And you can attribute it to natural phenomena, but when you look inside your own mind and in your own heart, do you truly live from love, or do you function from fear? Your collective energies are becoming very powerful. And when you see things occurring around you, understand these are effects of what is going on within you. Your emotions are coordinating and organizing all human experience. And you have the power to adjust, change, and transform the quality of your emotional energy. Many of you are getting so self absorbed with your power, your authority, your control, that you have forgotten the rest of the world and become very egocentric on terms of how much money you have, how much authority you have, who might take it from you, who might help you with it. And you find yourself isolated in your castles and in your palaces and in your chambers of wealth and prosperity, without ever considering what effects does your greed have upon the world? What effects does the vibrational energy of greed have upon your world? You know that if you get very upset, that your nervous system changes. You know that if you feel really good, your nervous system changes. And every functional behavior has a cause and an effect. Greed has a cause and an effect. Love has a cause and effect. Sadness has a cause and an effect. Your human collective emotions have an effect on the planetary system. All innovation, all creation come from your emotional energy, which drives the function of your actions. So we came through this one today to simply say it's very important that you formulate a truly sunny disposition. If you study your environment as carefully as you can, you will begin to make the correlation between what you are thinking and feeling individually and collectively and what is actually occurring in the fabric of time and space, which are reactionary to your thoughts and emotions. Time and space and matter are reactionary to your emotions and your thoughts. Raise your vibration up. Lift yourself up a little bit higher than you have been. Think well of others who may not be able to think well of themselves. And for those of you in positions of authority and power that might hear these words, be mindful, there are no secrets in the universe. Everything is known in the divine scheme of consciousness. It cannot be hidden. You might be able to fool yourself or others into believing that you can hide it, but it is not hidden. Everything is revealed, etched very intricately in the fabric of time and space. Your wars, your moments of peace, your prosperity, your suffering, all of these are products of your creative process, whether you choose to be conscious of this fact or not. It is far more preferable that you become conscious of it. But there are some of you that are so attached to your evil ways that you would choose to ignore and refuse to acknowledge your contribution to the harm that is occurring to humanity, to this planet. But the sun, the earth, the moon, the stars are equally as reactive and creative as you are. If you kick somebody in the leg, they will certainly respond. You can watch your beautiful planet as it changes and alters according to your creative impetuses. That is what you are all doing together. You see, leadership does not mean that leadership has complete authority. What those that you lead and how you lead them and influence them will contribute to the process of creation. So if you have greed at the top, you will have greed at the bottom in a very different way. But the manifestations of greed and the manifestations of abundance and prosperity are very different. Experientially, you're going to observe more detrimental phenomena the more you stay aligned to your fear. And remember, every negative human function is a product of fear. Every negative human function is a product of fear. Every dialectical action, every form of disease and suffering is a product of fear. Whether that fear is a fear based in ignorance or a fear based in deliberate actions. The function is that emotions are very precise and specific in terms of how they will influence and affect the conditions of your environment, individually and collectively. And you may sit in a beautiful palace, gilded in gold, marble, and wonders, and think that you are insulated from the effects that you cause upon this world. If you build a house upon sand, it will fall. If you choose to insulate yourself from the effects that you are causing and remain in denial, eventually that which you deny will be revealed to you. It will come back to you. You cannot escape the effects of your own causes. But you can certainly delay, to the best of your ability, experiencing those effects with the illusion of safety and comfort and wealth as mechanisms of hiding. So this sunny disposition that they're talking about is recognizing that we individually and collectively are influencing and affecting the weather with our emotions, not our industry, but our consciousness. Fear is a filthy, destructive emotion when it's not in reaction to self-preservation. When we live from fear, we do really crazy, stupid things as a species. And they say we're on the brink of just seeing just how much nonsense our fear has created. You think that earthquake in Kamchatka and the subsequent volcanic eruption. And this is Gaia finding the best way she possibly can to release or let go of some of the emotional garbage that we've given to her. You think that when you're angry or upset that you're not putting that into the field? You have to understand that every thought and emotion you engage in initiates a function of energy. And we're all participating in this. I, along with all other 9 billion humans on this planet, we are collectively creating. Our industry, our economics, our social systems, our beliefs, our medicine, our sciences, all unfold from our emotional energy. Every human function requires an emotion in order for that function to occur. So when they try to say, oh, we are at fault for global warming and stuff, this is nonsense. The only thing we are all at fault for is not being mindful of what we think, what we feel, what we say, what we do. And there's too many of us that are like that. And I love humanity. I love this planet. I enjoy this world that we have. But watch, yes. So they say, watch the sun. Pay close attention to the sun and the events that are happening geologically and geophysically with your Earth. Observe what you're seeing and observe the emotional content of your human function. Watch your social and political behaviors and nuances. There's such a small percentage of you that are in what you call by your definition wealthy, and a much larger percentage of you in what you call impoverishment and suffering. Both are creative, and you will see the results of those functions of creation. By their fruits you shall know them. So raise your energy up today. Remember that you are a divine soul. And everyone is. We can forget we are. We can buy into the illusion of our personality alone, but we are by definition a divine entity in the truest sense of that word. Hi, how you doing? Oh, well, hello, Alan Batu. I'm glad to have you here. Welcome. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for that wonderful comment. Appreciate it. Um, we are going through revelation of all the old secrets that will be reactions. Then we can remember who we are. Well, yes, and hopefully we will stay in the heart. Hi. So we'll take a few questions and answers. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for that. Thank you for the badges. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate that. The idea of voting for things and then giving the job to an employee must be a really great desire on the conscience to fix voting. You know, anger, every emotion that you choose to indulge in is adding to creation. If you're angry, if you're frustrated, if you are annoyed, if you are enraged, if you are in joy, if you are in bliss, if you are in peace, you are affecting your mind, your body, and the world around you in direct proportion to the degree and intensity of the emotion that you would choose to indulge in. The greater your rage, the greater the effect in your life that experience of rage will produce. Many of you think random events happen. They do not. There's nothing random in your life. But you are free to become mindful of what you shall think, its quality, emotionally speaking, and how that emotional quality will impact you. If it's a negative emotional quality, then it's going to have a negative manifestation effect in your experience. You'll experience something that matches the emotion that you hold on to. Call I got yesterday from a pretend authority. Was it a fake? Yes, it was. Good morning, Jasmine. Thank you for the hands-on heart. Appreciate that. Yeah, all these things are changing. Hello, Sasquatch Confessions. Good to see you. Welcome here. So yeah, I'll just again, I'm paraphrasing now, but they say look at the environment. The environment is not just some random things like earthquakes and volcanoes and solar flares. These are dynamic, interactive events between human collective consciousness, the planet, the sun, the stars. There's a dynamic energy that they keep telling me the human equation is significantly more pronounced than it has ever been in the last 12,800 years. That human emotion, because there's so many more of us, we're bringing more emotional energy to bear in the creative process. So keep that in mind that your emotional energy contributes to what we are seeing in the world. If your energy is more fearful and angry and judgmental, or more loving and blessed and kind and compassionate, each of those emotional qualities initiates an effect and contributes to what we're experiencing as a species and as a planet, as a solar system, as a galaxy, as a universe. We're all participating. They're saying that's the hardest thing that people are having trouble understanding is that you are participating in it, whether you know it or not. You can't escape that you're hi there. Hello, Iris. Good to see you here. Hello. So consider what you can do today. Consider what you can do today to bring your energy up and be closer to real love and compassion, kindness, patience. You know, there's a lot of evil going on the planet right now. Have compassion for those that are perpetrating it. You know, wish that they be inspired to awaken to love. You know, let that be the emanation you'd offer the world today. And yes, they want me to reiterate, pay attention to the environment. These global events, landslides, earthquakes, the ocean's currents starting to change and shift. These are not random events. They're events that are based in the collective interactions of all the different life forms that experience this dimensional reality that we call Earth. And humans play one of the biggest energetic roles in it right now. Right? You look at Gaia releasing all this fear and anger that we've been building up over the last 70 years. When you consider we got a population that's been made into slaves, that are slaves to certain individuals that tax you and take from you the time and effort of your labors. We see that going on, and we're seeing the products of what fear and greed um, and dysfunction cause energetically, and we'll see more of this if we don't shift our energy. All right. Question from Olam: how can I be more helpful gracefully to go through my current experience and to help all of us find peace? Establish that in your own heart that you would see in the world around you. Live in it, breathe in it, especially in the sanctity of your own privacy. In your own privacy, be that grace, be that love, be that peace in the sanctity of your own privacy. And then take that in the world silently. Go silently into the world with your peace and your love and your compassion. And just move quietly around people, emanating to them what you would offer from your heart. This is what you can do. It is very difficult to confront those that are in anger and in fear and say, stop being angry, stop being afraid. They will simply get into their egoic state and seek to fight you. So what you can simply do is be the presence of love, the presence of peace, the presence of compassion wherever you go. Even for those that you cannot meet in person, those in positions of great power and authority, wish them to be guided by love's wisdom and knowledge and truth. Let your emotional energy be that which favors the very thing that you would seek to embody in your life. Wow, great question, Alum. Hi. Yes, it's not anger that makes me think of that. It is good management of putting all the jobs we want done on a table and then giving the job to who will do it. Well, again, doing a job out of love is different than doing a job out of fear. Someone saying, I'm nearing the conclusion of creating a website. It was a mega job. Will it come to fruition then? Yes, it will. Just let go of that. They're saying let go of that last concern that it might not. Let go of that last little grain, those few grains of not being certain. Thank you so much. Hi, hello there. Good to see you, Jesse. Welcome. Great live. Always appreciate these. Thank you so much. Feels like home hearing your voice. Well, hello, Sherry. Thank you so much. We'll be seeing you in Masterclass 103 and 104 by the looks of it. Be looking forward to seeing you there. 1 Corinthians 12:13. For all were born into the body by the same Spirit. That's absolutely true. The same consciousness that is beating the heart in this body is beating the heart in your body. The same Spirit indwelleth within us all. Right? But we can express it with our free will differently. We can express its love, or we can express its other expressions. Good morning from Vancouver. Hello, Vancouver. Love Vancouver Island. Beautiful place, beautiful people. I love the deer running around all over the place there. It's a beautiful place. Andre. Hello, Andre. My dog, Mickey, passed away recently. I miss him so much. Where is he now? And does he have a message for me? I love him so much. Andre, thank you for that super chat. But I want you to take a deep breath and sit down. If you're not already sitting, sit down, take a deep breath, and relax your body. Because what you're doing is you're remembering the dog and how much you love him when he was in a physical body. He does not have a physical body, but he still exists energetically around you right now. And I want you to experience that. So take a slow, deep breath, Andre. Just take a slow, deep breath. And when you exhale, allow the body to relax. Just release all the fear, all the sadness. Just let all that down as you breathe. Just release all that out of the body. But what we want you to do is we want to clear the energy of your body so you can be open to receiving the frequency of his presence. But just because you don't have a physical body doesn't mean you cease to exist. You just live on a different frequency. That's what happens to people and animals when they leave a physical dimension. They just don't have a physical medium. So keep breathing slowly. releasing and relaxing all the tension from the muscles. And then breathe into your mind. And as you exhale, release all the thoughts from your mind, all the expectations. Just let the mind relax. Let your mind go quiet. Let your mind go calm and peaceful. And just use your breath as the instrument that steadies your mind and body to be relaxed and still. And as your mind and body get more relaxed and still, what I want you to do is just become aware of the space about 3 feet around your body. Just feel the space about 3 feet around your body. Just become familiar with that. Let yourself just feel the space. Now, as you feel that space, I want you to think, not speak. I want you to think this thought to your dog. Come closer to me. Ask him to bring his energy closer to you. And notice where in that space around your body you feel a shift or change. Because that's the way that he'll present himself to you at this time. Again, if you want to go more deeply into how to connect to him more energetically, but he's telling me he's going to come back to you in a different form. He's going to come back to you in a form, but you can still connect to him energetically right now. And just do that. Just feel that space and ask him to come into that space really close to you. In our masterclass, 101 Awakening, we teach people how to connect to their loved ones, angels, guides, ascended masters. You've just got to change your perceptual apparatus from just what you think and remember to experiencing and being. And that's there's simple ways of learning to do that. This is about one of them. But yeah, just and let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, Andre, what you felt, how he presented himself into the space. And you can do that regularly. You can sit down, ask him to come. Oftentimes we find our little dog will sometimes be up lying on our feet in the middle of the night. We'll wake up and we'll feel her energy presence in the bed with us. And she's been with us for about 3 years since she made her transition. She'll still hang out with us sometimes. When is 103? I believe the 103 is, let's see here. Let me just pull it up for you, Drusilla. Just take a moment. We are finishing 102. So 103 is a week from this coming Saturday. It's a week from this coming Saturday, the orientation for the 103. And I think a week from this Saturday will be 5 courses. But it's this month, about a week and a half from now. I'll give you the exact date in just a moment. My system runs a little slower. So the 103 begins August the 16th and runs through to September the 5th. This is the last time that Masterclass 103 will be $199 US. We will be raising our prices as we already have done on the 102. And we've done that also on the 101. And yeah, there we go. And so, yeah, come up. We'll look forward to seeing you in the 103, Drusilla. Wonderful place to see you. Thank you so much. Hi, Maureen. Is this career change I'm working towards the right one for me? Let me just tune in. Only if you release the uncertainty around it. Switch the energy of uncertainty for the energy of excitement. Switch the energy you have in your body from uncertainty to excitement. And you can do that by changing your physiology. But get your energy shifted away from that uncertainty to the excitement. Right? Keep it on the excitement. If you go back and forth, the job will do that. Go back to the excitement. Stay with that. Keep that energy in your consciousness. Hi. I'll be in the 104 in September. Looking forward to seeing you there, Jasmine. Wonderful. Co-Creativity. Hi, William. Long time no see. Hope you are well. Lauren here. I have a question. Will our project to plant trees through the project Soul Earth Ventures be successful, or should I focus on something else? It's not an either or here, Lauren. It is both, one and the other. Remember, when you hold the energy of division in your consciousness, you set the function of the creation to have restrictions and limitations on it. A house divided cannot stand. So it is this and the other. This and the other. Feel the difference? This or this, very different energy than this and this. feel the function of the energy. It is the function of your emotional energy that gives rise to whether or not circumstances can or will unfold as you would desire them to unfold. If you are going, ooh, do I do this or this? You've already divided your house of energy. Wow, that's really cool. Thank you. Uh, Hello, fellow BC person. Yeah, love BC. Gaia feels everything, never saw it like this before. It's really true. Understand. Thank thank you for joining my YouTube channel as well. My dog passed too. I've been going and visiting. I planted him a tree. He's been growing hibiscus around his grave. That's wonderful. Remember, just because someone or an animal leaves the physical dimension does not mean it ceases to exist. It ceases to exist as a physical entity, but it doesn't cease to exist from consciousness. And a really simple way of illustrating that is all around us right now, those of you that are listening, all around us are all these thousands of radio signals and television signals that are going through on their own frequency. You're not aware of it. Why are you not aware of it? Because you're not tuned into those frequencies. If you have a television or a radio set you can tune into those frequencies, right? Now, a human body this body is transmitting a frequency in terms of words and language and information that's being channeled through this body. When this body ceases to function, that does not mean that that signal is gone. It just means the physical medium through which it was going no longer exists. But that doesn't mean that the signal is gone. And there's ways of tuning your awareness and your consciousness to different frequencies. This is what channeling is all about. Channeling and mediumship is about being able to tune your awareness to different frequencies of information, like the vibrational frequency of Jesus, or Yogananda, or Buddha, or any other ascended master, the archangels. You can tune your awareness to their energy and connect them. That's what prayer is designed to do. Prayer is designed to teach you to connect into the vibration of the divine. And even though the divine doesn't physically exist as you might imagine it, it still exists, and you can tune your awareness to it. So even if somebody ceases to have a physical body, you can still learn how to tune into their awareness and commune with them, right? You can still learn to connect to your loved ones. Do people ever come back in dog or cat form? It does happen, but it's rare. It usually happens to people that will say that, oh, I wish I could be a dog, or I wish I could be a kid again, or I wish I could be. You watch what you wish for, right? Be very, very careful. Yeah, so people can come back as animals, as horses, as cats, as dogs, as birds, as butterflies. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen many times. Yeah, you have the opportunity to choose at this point in your creative process. If you're in a human body, you have access to awakening your divinity that most animals don't have. Hi, Van Twinkle. Hi, William. In meditation, I saw or considered Earth as a mammal. She has a soul and is very much alive. Any thoughts? Yes. Gaia is literally a living sentient being. The sun is a living sentient being. Your body is a living sentient being. A blade of grass is a living sentient being. The earth is a living sentient being that has a soul. It has circulatory system. It has a respiratory system. It has an eliminative system. It has a cardiovascular system. You know, it's just a different structure than what we define life as from our human perspective. But yeah, you actually tuned right into that very well. That's wonderful. Yeah, the earth is a living organism. The trees are living organisms. Stars are living organisms. A solar system is a living organism. A galaxy is a living organism. And with many different components, look at your body. Your body is this, you think, oh, this is my body. But your body's made up of trillions of molecules that are all doing their own little thing. Trillions of cells in your body that each have their own unique function. Your body's made up of collectives. Your heart is a collective of consciousness. Your lungs, your kidneys, your organs, your glands, they're all different collective communities working together to give you the function of a biological organism. Everything is alive. And what they were saying earlier what the ascendant were saying earlier is pay attention to the earth. These these events, these landslides, volcanoes, earthquakes, tsunamis, things that will happen are not random events. Earth is a living, sentient being, and she is affected by what we think, feel, say, and do as well. If you were sitting to somebody who you cared about a great deal and they started yelling at you, you'd feel upset. You'd feel they're upset at you. Well, the planet, there's 9 billion of us on it. And how many people on this planet are really excited and happy and loving and joyful and filled with excitement about life? Versus how many people are angry, upset, and hate this politician, this thing, and how much anger. And eventually, when somebody dumps enough at you, you're going to respond. And that's what we're seeing with Gaia. She's discharging, and she told us last Friday that the earthquake that happened in Kamchatka and this big volcanic eruption and the other earthquake that's happened in Alaska, these are releases. The safest and easiest ways that she could release all that energy in those particular places where the least impact to harm individuals could be afforded, because our bodies are products of Gaia, right? Your body's function of the living earth, right? But yeah, you're right on there, Van Twinkle. Good for you. Hi. Takes one to know one. Hi, Lauren. Good to see you. May I have a message from my guardian angel? What is my guardian angel's name? I got the first name that came to me was Almar. Elmar. 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 Really need to spend time focusing on peace. They're telling me you need to spend time focusing on being in peace. Too much going on here. Tell her she's got too much going on here. You need to focus on being in peace more consistently. Wow, that's really cool, Elmar. I like that. Daniel saying, my repeated hands on healing for our dog as instructed by Jesus last week was very successful. Thank you, William. Thank you, Jesus. Like Master Jesus, they don't lie to us. He says all healing is simple. It is not complex. There are those who gain in profit for what you should know how to do for free, that will not teach you the truth of what I taught and have done everything possible to suppress it. But with your own hands and your own spirit, you have the same power to heal as did I. Right? Part of me is also hearing as do I simultaneously. Because many people refer to Jesus in the past, but he exists in time and space now. He cannot die. Are there certain presences always with me? And if so, can you please name them? I'm being told not to name any of these for you now. If you want to know more about that, you can go book a one-on-one reading with me. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and you can book a one-on-one reading with me, and we can go into the very deep dive on that. But yes, everyone has guides and angels if you learn how to become open and receptive to connecting them. Most people don't know how to do that. Most people think that the only real world is what you see, hear, smell, touch, and taste. Most people believe that the world of the senses is the only world, but science has shown us and proven there are spectrums of existence that are beyond the physical dimension. X-rays, gamma rays, cosmic rays, radio frequencies, radio waves, EMFs, right? All kinds of things, alternating modulating, frequency modulation. There's all these different frequencies that exist that we live on. There's so much more. Hi. Is Mickey with a guardian angel? Um, Mickey's owner is Mickey's guardian angel. Animals come to you because they know that they can count on you to be their guardian. You are a guardian angel to any animals you have. You become their guardian angel. Hi. Hi there. I feel I'm aligning for something. Everybody's in a process of alignment right now on this planet. We are another universe. We are. can you tell me one of my guides' names? Yeah, you'll get that in the next 2 hours. You're going to be given a name. It's going to just come to you, and you're going to see it. Yes, I will. You'll be given the name, and then when you've been given the name, because you'll know it, it's not some random event. The name will just come to you, and you'll know this is one of my guardian angels. And then you can write a comment on my YouTube channel under this video. Right, this video will reappear on my YouTube channel under the title "A Sunny Disposition with the Ascended." So you can go to my YouTube channel and under the live section, put that comment about the name that you were given in about 2 hours' time. I make dream catchers, and I was making one for my niece, and in the tide, not that was melted spirit. I'm not sure what that means. My brain is not. Oh, live unlock live access. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't know what that means. We'll figure out that. Hi, Chris. I'm looking forward to sharing my story in class later. I'm wonderful. I'm looking forward to hearing it, Chris. Yeah, so those are the students that are still in Masterclass 102. This is our third week. This whole week is all about creation in Masterclass 102, where we got to deal with releasing all those old emotions from our past last week. This week, you get to focus on new emotional qualities that you get to manifest, because emotion organizes your experiences of time and space. And I'm very excited about this week with all of you. And to my patrons, we got 3 more days. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys on Thursday evening, our patrons only live event. We're going to continue with the theme of learning healing. And we'll have Master Jesus present with us, the theme of healing and learning that practice, which he says is a divine skill that everyone possesses. The function to heal is innate to every living human being. The function to heal is innate to every living human being. Wow. I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for sharing it. Remember to like, subscribe, follow in whatever way that you can. Support this channel. Get this information out to more people. They keep telling me the same thing. It is not complex. The underlying simplicity, and you hear them speak a lot here, but it comes down to the very simplest thing. Choose love or choose fear. You cannot serve 2 masters. In any moment, you can only be expressing the function of love or the function of fear. Those are the only 2 choices that every human soul has through its journey in this physical dimension. You may choose love and you may choose fear. There are no other choices. That is it. You get to choose love or you get to choose fear. Whether it is your choice of employment, your choice of relationship, your choice of what you eat, all of your functions can only be a function of the choice of love or the choice of fear. That is the underlying simplicity to this entire channel. And we are simply here to assist humanity to shift its collective unconsciousness away from fear back towards the function of love. And at that movement towards love, you will then begin to see geological and social stability return to your species and your life here. Function of love and the function of fear have very different results in your experiences. We wish you all much love, and we will see you again on Wednesday. Bye for now.